What's up, Indiana? Nathan Torres here, coming to you live from Lake Placid, and we are super excited about day 10. So let's just jump right in. If you haven't read John chapter 10 yet, I want you to go ahead and pause the screen right now and go read it. It's important as Christians that we learn to follow the Lord's leading. And in John chapter 10, Jesus describes his relationship with us in a very unique way. He describes it as us being the sheep and him as the good shepherd. Now, if you've ever been around sheep for a very long time, you know one thing, and that is this: sheep are boring. But one thing that a sheep can do is a sheep understands the voice of his shepherd. He hears the voice of the shepherd. Now, my uncle raised sheep, and one time when I was about 15 years old, my aunt was at the house with my uncle and with my cousins and myself, and my uncle was out, and the ram, that's the male sheep, got out of the sheep pen. Now, the ram only listened to my Uncle Steve, but all of my little cousins were trapped in the clubhouse, and they could not get down, and this ram was literally butting the clubhouse, trying to knock the kids out of the clubhouse because he wanted to play with them, which was gonna hurt. So the ram wouldn't listen to anybody because Uncle Steve, its shepherd, was not home. And so I got to go outside with a tin trash can lid to distract Duke so that my Aunt Maureen could get all of the kids into the house. For the record, I got hit about 5 times, and he was pretty strong, and it was a very, very large ram. Not cool. But here's the thing. The only person that Duke would listen to was his shepherd. And we need to think about that for a moment, because Jesus wants us to have this relationship with him. He is our good shepherd. And if we can have a kind of relationship like Duke had with my Uncle Steve, where we can hear God's voice and we can listen to him. Listen, the shepherd wants to protect the sheep from any harm. The shepherd wants to help the sheep stay out of trouble and keep them from getting hurt. And if we can listen to God's voice as the good shepherd, he will keep us out of harm's way. John 10:10 says this: "A thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. But I have come that you may have life, and life to the fullest." Now, Jesus is not trying to prevent us as his sheep from having fun. He desires to protect us from harm and enable us to live a rich and satisfying life. But we have to trust and follow him. There will be many different people and many distractions trying to pull us in all kinds of directions. You know, you've been back from camp for 10 days now, and you've probably experienced lots of distractions and lots of different voices that speak lots of different things into your life. There is one voice that you can always trust, and that's the voice of Jesus Christ, the Good Shepherd. Sheep need to learn to recognize the voice of their shepherd. It's a voice that is meant to guide them, calm, comfort them. It's a voice that's meant to be their direction. And if sheep can have that kind of a relationship with their shepherd, how much more can we have that kind of a relationship with Jesus? We need to learn to recognize the voice of our good shepherd, Jesus. Let me share with you 2 ways that you can begin to do just that. First, through prayer. Prayer is a much needed thing in our daily lives. However, prayer is so much more than just speaking to God. It would be an amazing idea for you to begin to include a time of being silent and listening in your daily prayer time. A time of you just tuning out all of the noise and all of the distraction and just inviting God to speak to you. God is alive and active, and he very much so desires to be involved in your daily life. It is a lot easier to hear the voice of God when we are intentionally listening for it. The second way that you can begin to more fully understand how to hear God's voice is through a daily time in the Word. The primary way that God speaks to us is through his Word. Reading the Bible should become a daily habit in your life. Psalm 119:105 says this: "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." If we want to be able to have an understanding of how the Lord is leading us in our daily life, then we need to have a basic understanding of the Word. And the best way to develop that is to start by reading His Word every day. So 2 things: prayer, listen for God's voice. 2, read the Word. Hey, listen, I am super excited that you have stayed tuned for all of these sessions, and I am praying that God continues to move in your life. Make sure you talk to your youth leader or your youth pastor about today's session, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow to see what's next. Day 11 coming your way. Love you guys.